Hey guys, thanks for joining us. My name is Crystal,
And I'm Ken, and this is Beyond the Satchel.
where we deliver more than just the mail.
Crystal, I'll let you start off by introducing yourself, even though I just said your name, so the world knows you. But let them give them a little bit more insight on you.
That's twice now my name's been mentioned, but yeah.
Oh,
Um,
my bad.
three now three times. I'm Crystal. Uh, I've been a letter carrier since 2018. Um, I have been the steward for my office for just over a year now, and since the beginning of this year, I have also been a letter carrier political fund representative for my branch. This all kind of started when I attended the Region 3 Leadership Academy. Well, one of the projects we had to do, we had to get some sort of involvement into the political fund, just put information out there, try and get people kind of, excited or just, get someone to care. I mean, really is what it comes down to. That's how you get people truly involved. And that's kind of where I was at. I really never thought I'd get involved in the political sides of my job or politics in general. And yet here I was. And after I learned how important it was and understood how it really did and really does protect our job, I grew passionate about it. And so, what was supposed to be a one time project became a position now as a letter carrier political fund representative. And part of that reason is also because when I was trying to get involved in all this, this guy kind of sort of dragged me into it as well. So, pretty much, yeah. So, Ken, what about you?
Um, why did I get involved with this? I I am a graduate of 2023 Leadership Academy, the best class, and the best of the best class.
No,
I don't
but
know about the
anyways,
2020. I don't know about that 2024 class, but
no,
it's
no.
here and there. But yeah, um, 2024 class, we had to do the same thing Crystal described. Had to get involved, and getting involved with the branch. I learned that our branch was at 8%, and it's like, well, that's horrible. And I kind of volunteered myself to see what I could do. And at first, it was tough and hard to get people to participate, and I kept trying to figure out how to get them involved, how to get our people involved. And then I started using little tactics here and there to try to get them involved. And so far, it worked. And we are continuing to use a lot of my tactics, and also Crystals and Sarah's tactics that we have used to grow our numbers to a little over 16%. And our goal, we not going to announce that goal, but we're trying to get up there. Task after task, challenge after challenge, I think the team has succeeded in showing that, hey, we're here to change the culture for the political side of things, and get more of our members involved, and get more of the general public to understand what the letter carrier political fund is about, and that the letter carrier is just not just a carrier. We are people with families, um, livelihoods that are at stake if the federal government decides to do anything to us. And we can't do it just to let it carry along. We need the help of the general public. And it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or a Republican. If you wear that eagle on your shirt, you wear postal blue, that doesn't matter if you're a clerk, management, anything, the federal government take over, we're gonna probably be out of a job. and we're not funded by the federal government. Government was shut down, and we still was working. COVID was going, we was still working. I didn't get I came on the end at the tail end of when COVID was going, but it was still like you could see the post office was still out there moving mail, doing what they were supposed to, even in the midst of. I don't know about Crystal, but my office is always short staffed. So we still there moving mail regardless. So 16 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours a day. So you know we as letter carriers have to do what we got to do. But Crystal, you want to add anything?
Yeah, actually, well, since you brought up the COVID thing, uh, it was great when COVID was going on to see how supportive the public was of the post office. And one of our goals here doing this show is kind of bringing in the public back into here as well. We're not going to be limiting this to just letter carriers. We might even have some actual, might bring some customers on that we know, bring family on here, just give it just a general different experience as far as what's out there right now because we have all these podcasts that deal with strictly politics as far as what's going on within the NALC itself because we are having that big election next year for 2026 and we are going to do our best to stay neutral as far as that goes. um
No,
you,
no, no,
you know
no, 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 no. We're gonna do a damn good job to do our best to be neutral because not to cut you off because it doesn't matter who wins or loses. We're gonna stay neutral as possible, and we're gonna leave this podcast open to everyone. It doesn't matter what region they're from. We want them to come on. We want them to express their experience, their differences, and their beliefs, so we could understand them, and also that the public, as in public, the our brothers and sisters can understand where they're coming from. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who wins. If they're the president, we have a contract for a reason. We have bylaws for a reason. And if we uphold them bylaws and that contract, we can hold whoever hold that position accountable. And hopefully they do the right thing. So, you know, my bad for cutting you off. You got that look like you want to beat me up, but
well, I know you just can't help it, Ken. I mean, that mouth just keeps going and just you can't stop it. Yeah. Where was I? COVID, public on our side,
hmm
trying to remain neutral. We will remain neutral because there's enough drama going on right now.
exactly. And that drama should be aimed towards fixing our contract, dealing with management screaming mandatory overtime. If they scream mandatory overtime, they got to be there the whole time too. Because at the end of the day, they say 12 hours. They're going home at 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and we're still out there. They're going home to probably cook a meal, be with their families while we're still out there in the dark at 3 o'clock, 3:30, and they are in their house safe. So you want to scream mandatory overtime, your ass should be out there too with a
Hmm.
flashlight, probably tripping over Christmas lights at this time, or some customers still got their Halloween decorations up. So
Oh, those are the worst, especially those automatic, motion sensor ones that you walk up to the door and they go off, and it's first time you catch them, jump scare right there.
yeah, I think I broke a jumping spider. So I don't think that customer's gonna be happy when they find out.
Yeah.
Speaking of being out there in the dark, um, we have the bill out there protect our letter carriers. Our carriers are out there in the dark. We're out there getting robbed. We're out there. They're stealing the arrow keys, checks, personal belong, all that stuff. In apartments, we put their packages in there, and they because I mean these criminals are able to get into these places and get all that stuff and do all types of stuff with the identity theft, et cetera, et cetera. And one thing I would like to see if the public understand what bills we're trying to get passed to that protect our letter carrier act also in some form or fashion, which we will in later episodes dissect each bill that we have. I believe it will help the public as well as us. I think it should be updated a little bit more for some more stuff to be added, but it's a start. So that's
For
one thing.
sure. Well, and yeah, and I mean, with how many carriers out there, or even just people that work for the post office, you got, they say like that 7 degrees of separation from anybody in the world. You probably got less than 7 degrees of separation from a mail carrier or somebody in your life that you care about that this is going to impact.
Exactly.
Oh, and one of the other goals besides, well, not besides, it goes kind of in hand with, trying to get this word out with how well we've been doing as far as getting participation up, donating to the Literature Political Fund. Pretty much every single member that shows up to our branch meetings that we're at, they already give to the Literature Political Fund. So we've kind of exhausted that pool to try and, get more people going and
Right.
donating with the payroll deductions or however they're donating. So show the show is kind of a way for us to just reach a broader audience because at the end of the day too, it's not just about our branch or about numbers or about percentages. It's about how can we get people to be donating to a cause that is so important for letter carriers. This is how we can protect our jobs at Congress level. This is how we can have our voices heard for $5 a paycheck or even $1 a paycheck. That can make such a difference. And especially right now, things are very up in the air as far as this administration goes. We've already seen attack after attack on not just us, but even just unions in general or federal jobs in general. So it is so important that we get involved. We we donate to the Literature Political Fund. That if you got rallies going on in your area, think about going out there and participating in that. There's so much you can do. It's just a matter of getting people to number one, getting them to the point where they actually know about it, and then number two, getting them to care enough to do something. So I think that's going to be kind of one of our hangups here is it just how we're reaching more people and how we get people that aren't necessarily involved right now get them going.
The I hear the dogs in the background. It sound like they're hyped up, ready to go. I bet if
Oh
they
yeah.
can donate a dog biscuit or something, they'll do it. Um, One of the bills that's a resolution is a HR 70. That's one thing that's going to affect. It's going to affect Republicans. It's going to affect some Democrats and Republicans, independents, whatever party they claim to be, um, because our service go the last mile. We provide a service. UPS and Amazon are doing like DoorDash and hiring people to deliver packages in their cars. I I don't know about that one, but I guess they do their background checks. But we try to get the customers their packages, the mail as best we can, and it's protected. Like we we only have the people that touch the mail are people that done went through background checks, that went through training. I know for a fact UPS and they do it too, but Amazon is just a different type of monster, I guess. Anybody can get a job at Amazon, So um, when I say privatization, I feel that if that happens, our customers are going to lose that door to door service. They're going to lose that 6 day delivery, sometimes 7 day delivery, and they're going to lose that one mailman or mail woman coming down the block every day, greeting them, saying, "Hey, how you doing?" Um, checking on their the elderly. Hey, Mrs. Johnson ain't checked her mail in a long time. I mean, knock on her door and check on her. Amazon not gonna do that. They're gonna sling their package up there and keep going. So we provide a service. We're not a company. Um, I believe a lot of the letter carriers, as much as we see them huff and puff, they generally care about their customers. And I know in my office, when our routes don't go out and we come in, we're pissed because it's not the letter carrier fault that, or yeah, it's not our fault. It's not our fault that we're getting off day and the office can't staff it. Because in Article 3, it's management right to staff, hire, promote, fire, et cetera. But they can't do that job. Maybe, I mean, I guess the union need to take over that part and see what we can do.
Oh, it would be nice. Especially too, like I'm uh you're right though. I mean, we come in, we see, that mail hasn't gone out. We see that um really it's more frustrating because we do people I mean, I feel like yeah, carriers absolutely we do care about our customers. And it just and we're the ones that are on the street and we got to hear about it. I mean most people they're good enough they understand like, it's not I know it's not you. The customers aren't it's not a matter of they don't trust me, it's a matter of they don't trust unfortunately, they might not trust the business that I'm working for. So,
Exactly. And I know my customers, every time I guess the supervisor get mad at me for saying something smart to them, and they're like, I'm just going to come out and walk with you. I'm like, all right, come on. I love it when they come out there because my customer like, who is that? Why are you following my mailman? I had one of
mhm.
them call the police on him, and I just kept walking like I didn't know who he was. So,
Oh yeah.
man, well, it's a lot of stuff we're trying to open our podcast up to different, I guess, a different mindset from the others. And don't get us wrong, I like listening to all the other podcasts. I applaud everybody that's doing podcasts to educate the letter carriers, to give a insight on what they go through or what others go through. And I guess doing our research, we found out that there's no podcast for the letter carrier that's dealing with the letter carrier political fund, or in Illinois, we call it IPAC. So there are going to be episodes strictly on politics. There's going to be episodes on different other topics. We do have our second episode that we're going to push out, our very own Matt Tanner. I've just put that out there. We just got to set up a date and time for him. So once this episode is aired out, just everybody that watches this video, inbox us messages on certain questions you want to ask Matt, and we'll let's see what he says. And for everybody that's in Chicago, he's a Detroit Lions fan. So
Man, setting them up for hate like that, man.
no, 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 no. Just on the Detroit Lions side. Just want to see the letter carriers get a fair shake in the game. A better contract, higher wages, because what we go through out there, I believe we deserve more than one. Let's see, is it 1.3? Yeah,
1.3.
yeah. I think we deserve better than 1.3, and I think we need to stop drinking Diet Cola because we walk a lot. So we're good on the diet side.
Oh yeah, we
So
walk it. Most of us walk it off, so we can
yeah,
afford the extra calories.
right. You want to give the some type of a sample of? some of the other shows that we're pushing out?
Sure. I mean, like some of the other stuff, we were thinking about a show live and in person from one of our branch meetings. We do events, or not necessarily events, but we do special things at our table to try and get members excited and just a little pep to the meeting, per se. We are going to have another fellow podcaster, uh, Mailman Nick, is going to be on here. Uh,
Don't treat us like two FOBs.
yeah, that guy. Um, and I mean, we're hoping to have all different sorts of guests, like kind of mentioned too. We're looking at maybe potentially bringing our spouses on here to talk about what goes through your head when you hear about the things that are happening to carriers out there. Uh, what goes through your head when we're complaining about our day at work, and you have to learn all this different jargon because it
What's a
goes way over your head.
3996?
Well,
What's a 71?
I remember when I had to explain what an LLV was.
What's a ProMaster?
Yeah.
It's just a big van. Why y'all call it a ProMaster? I don't
Yep.
know.
But no, we got some exciting stuff. It's not going to be all hardcore politics, political bills. We want to throw some good lighthearted content in there as well, just to mix it up a little bit because we could all use a break from everything that's going on, and we want to be somewhere where you can get a little relief from that.
Like we said, we're gonna stay neutral in this election. So I want to say our podcast is open to the three candidates. I know the our brothers and sister wants to know what can we expect out of the next president. What difference are you gonna make in our union? Because right now it's too much of I want to say it's too much finger pointing and fighting amongst each other. And like I said again, we should all be trying to fight for one thing: the betterment of the letter carrier, the betterment of livelihoods for the carriers. And me, honestly, I believe that we should only work 8 hours a day and get a higher wage. I mean, because the cost of living is low. I mean, the cost of living is high in Illinois. I'm sorry. Maybe somewhere else is low, but I think the letter carrier should only work 8 hours or 8 to 9 hours a day, and
Well, let
that's
me
it.
we should be able to live off of working 8 hours. If you want to go crazy, make more money, go for
Yeah,
it.
you're right. Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
you're
want to be
right.
able to live at 8 hours, a
Yeah, you're
normal
right.
working day.
Yeah, I mean, we got some carriers that work 16 hours a day, and then they get mad because they don't want to. They get sent home. It's like, dude, you got enough hours. Go, take a
Might
break.
might as well be sleeping at the office at that point.
Yeah, and then better, and then oh, yeah, we're gonna have a safety video. That's one thing that I know I want to see get put out there because safety is going to go hand in hand with that Protect Our Letter Carrier Act. And then with it now being getting dark at 3:30, I was just out there today. I'm looking at it was cloudy, but I'm looking at the sky like, okay, it's 3 o'clock. I'm timing myself like, all right, if I get to this portion, I won't only be in the dark for about 30 minutes. I think I should be okay. Looked up, I'm like, what the hell? It's pitch black. Up, had to pull out the old handy dandy headlight, and that's good. Guess what? It was dead. Luckily, my customers had their porch lights on, so I was cool. But nobody should walk out there in the dark. And nowadays, I know Illinois is a concealed carry state. I don't want to walk up to nobody's door with no headlight on, or my postal uniform is not reflective, and then they see somebody walk straight up to the door and it looks all black, and then next thing you know, you got six bullet holes coming through the door, and I'm on the ground.
Hmm.
No, I'm gonna knock on wood now. But yeah, I don't want that for nobody. So I think I heard Mike mention that um we should be able to come in a lot earlier during the time when it's getting darker out there. So I say 6 in the morning. I don't think 7 o'clock is good, but 6 in the morning is even better because now what we get 2 hours. I start at 8 o'clock. I don't know your start time, but we start at 8. The time I
Yeah.
get out the office, sometimes it could be 9 o'clock, sometimes it could be 10. So right there and there, I done lost half my time on the street, and now I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna get through my day without being in the dark. So anything else?
Yes. So we are doing this because we are just two very young, very ambitious people who love to take on probably a little more than we should try to. We're doing this on our own time, and it was all just our brainchild, and now it's coming all together. It's awesome. I'm excited. I hope Ken's excited. Nah, all right. Well,
Yeah, I am. I am. Just to see where it's gonna go and how much. I want to see a lot more participation within not just our branch and our region on what we can do to grow the political fund and not just the political fund, just learning from others on different topics. So, and I don't know about you, I already invited my class of 2024 on. So I don't know
and
when, but
I still
we'll
got
have a lineup. We'll still have a lineup for them.
nah. My class still has more people on there so far.
That's okay. And yeah, we have a Facebook page that we're working on that's going to be published pretty soon. Um, and that's going to be open to not just letter carriers but to the general public because then they we want them to know what we go through. Um, we have fail safes that we're figuring out that we're not gonna put that out there. Any crazy talk and stuff. It's just gonna you're gonna get removed real quick. So I mean, it's freedom of speech, but we're not going to tolerate bullying. Um, it's the page that we're going to use to try to educate and embrace each other and push ideas, bounce ideas on how to grow the political side of things, and not, I mean, and the union as well. So, because we can take ideas from the general public, from our families, and use them. It might work.
Yeah, just
So,
getting all those different perspectives, and it's all about something like we've been asking for how long now for transparency in our union. So we're gonna be transparent. We're gonna show everybody what's going on. What uh what you might not always see. It'll be good.
I wish I wish I could record the amount of mail that's in the office, but I can't. Or how management treats us in there, but I can't. But but
Well,
we can talk about it, and the public can hear it. Maybe we can
right.
get somebody to come try to change that atmosphere, mutual respect. So because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We're tired. We're not robots. Um, People get burnt out. So
Make sure you like, subscribe, follow
Don't for,
us.
don't forget about the Let It Care Political Fund on the road. We are coming to a town near you, only in Illinois, and it has to be 2 hours away. And that's going to be set up for letter carriers to come. That we can get them to sign up for the political fund. Maybe bounce ideas, ask questions. Sometimes it might just be me and Crystal coming to the location. Sometimes we might have special guests. Um, the last time we did it, we was in where were we? Your town,
Morris. Yeah.
Morris. Long drive, but yeah, we we came out there. We had my son, your mom, your grandma, and we had a retiree come. We didn't
Oh,
have
and we
we
had Doug and uh, was it his son?
Yeah, his son.
Yeah.
So yeah, and everybody there except for my son and your grandmother were already contributing to the Letter Care Political Fund, but it gave us a little practice on how we could utilize our slideshow, talk to the guy asked a lot of questions, so I think that prepared us for when somebody asks us a question. So, and I know this that if it's far distance, maybe I just need to leave like 3 hours early because of traffic. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, like Crystal said, like, subscribe, share, repost, 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 like, subscribe. And like I said, this is our first episode. It's gonna be a little, I don't want to say janky, messed up, but we're gonna get better as it go.
Oh, for sure. So,
And be tune in for more guests to come on, live streaming, whatever else the tech whiz over there can figure out. Cause I'm horrible with computers.
yeah, you'll see a blooper reel eventually that will highlight highlight that fact.
So yep, that's it. And remember, this is Beyond the Satchel.
Good. Have a good one, guys.
All right.